Welcome to episode 5 of my Blast from the Past series. Today we're going to be working on IC2. I've just gotten back to base and added a few things to the system here. The idea today is IC2, of course, as I said. And yeah, let's get started. Just gonna wait while this stuff goes through. So for IC2 in this version, it's basically the same as modern IC2 with a few key differences. Instead of plates or any of that stuff, it's all refined iron. So if I look at a macerator, for example, it looks like the same recipe. As far as I'm aware, it might have changed by now. Electronic circuit, copper, cable, redstone, and refined iron. Refined iron is simple enough. You just smelt some iron. Beyond that, most of the recipes, as far as I'm aware, is the same. Refined iron to make the machine block. Generator is re-battery. Gotta check that recipe to pull it up, but I know most of them off by heart. But same sort of recipe. To get your iridium, you need to go through the mass fab, but it turns it into UU matter, an item. That'll likely take a bit, but once you start getting into the higher level stuff, it doesn't really matter. So to get started, we're gonna need to about that much. Yeah, because I need that and that. Well, actually, no. I can get away with 9. No, I've actually got 9. Damn. May as well smelt what I've already got. So, copper cable, still the same sort of recipe. If I grab my sticky resin and say, you, get refined iron. Gonna need 3 copper. 4, actually no, don't need that much yet. Gear. I'm gonna need 3 of you, 2 of you. So now if I get my machine block, cobblestone goes there, find iron goes there, now I just need to wait for the sticky resin to smelt. The start of this sort of thing is kind of slow, but it should speed up soon. Once I've got you, take the copper cable like that, redstone like that, and I now have a macerator. So now if I want to go and make a generator, need a V battery, which means I need more fuel, because a V battery needs copper cable. And that's a nice wee trick you can do in this version. I don't know if I think it might still be the same now, but you can put redstone in the bottom slot to give it temporary power. Each piece of redstone is one operation, so one bar, which is nice. And of course it is ore doubling. And I'll be back once this is done processing. That's it done processing. That's a wee battery. This is an alternate recipe for iron furnace. That's a generator. Probably won't end up using most of that, but it'll at least give me somewhere to start. And if I put a couple of pieces of coal in there, that should power it. So, before we go any further, I'm gonna start running through all of the ores in here. As you've seen, it doubles each one, so I should have a decent amount. And I'll be back once that's all done. I will have to smelt it as well. So I'll see you once I've done all that. Actually, I'll see you once I've made the furnace as well. The electric furnace. So it's just an iron furnace, 2 redstone, and an electronic circuit. Nothing too fancy there. So electric furnace for redstone, the rubber. While yes, this is slow right now, if you have messed around with IC2 before, then you'll know that there is overclockers, which will speed things up. Now, water cells themselves don't have any EMC. It's fairly easy to make them. Now, this is slightly wasteful. I'm not too bothered at the moment because I'm starting to get close to the point where we'll just have infinite resources. Or at least mostly infinite resources, because there is still some stuff that can't be replicated like this. So now I've got a powered furnace. I'll want to get a bit more coal. But yeah, the system would be for the infinite power and infinite EMC. What would happen would be you would have like a minimum of 2 condensers, 1 condenser making blaze rods, and the second making whatever you're wanting it to make. You would have, say, 1 condenser back here. It would pull out blaze powder, or no, pull out blaze rods, and then it would dump them in the macerator. The macerator would, and it would also be dumping them into the generator, so that the generator can make power. Although there is other ways to make power later on. The macerator turns it into blaze powder, sends it all the way back to a condenser, which makes 2 blaze rod, or 2.5 blaze rods. And then you would repeat the cycle. Once the macerator and the condenser have filled up, and the generator of course, it will start sending any overflow you're getting over to the condenser that is making whatever you want. In my case, it would be diamonds. And then rinse and repeat. In fact, I can give you a little example. It's like, I have my 5 blaze rods here. Dump them into here. That'll run. And also the way you would pull out would be using red power and be using pneumatic tubes with transposers. You wouldn't need anything more than that because they go to the first available inventory. But this blaze powder, put it in here, I get 2.5 blaze rods. Take those 2 blaze rods, put them back here. Also put one back in here just for a little extra power. But you can keep doing this. And every 2 blaze rods you would get an extra blaze rod from that. As long as you keep doing that, eventually you'll have infinite, and that condenser would fill up. Although for now, I'm gonna store those. So, I'll be back once I've finished processing the ores into ingots. The coal may go down quite a significant amount in that time, but I'll see you once I've done that. Welcome back. I'm not done the ores yet. It's been taking a long ass time. I went out and got clay, turned those into bricks. Nothing really fancy there. That's actually nearly done now. And I cleared out a little area here and moved my condenser back one. This is where I'm going to have my EMC generator. And if I look here... essentially the reason why I got the bricks is for this EMC generator. I'll get an alloy furnace. And then if I want to do this, I need brass. If I look here, brass is made in an alloy furnace, 3 copper, 1 tin. It's essentially bronze. But I'll need that if I want to make this. I also have a bunch of sticky resin. This is what happened when I got bored while I was waiting for it to process. But this is what I've got so far. I'll put this in here for now. But yeah, so if I want to get a decent amount of these, what I'll do is I'll stick those in there, put that in there. Although the episode is nearly ending, I'm at least gonna start getting this ready. I'm gonna be recording the next segment straight away, although you won't see it for another day. So you will at least get me to see the start of this. Once that's done, I'll need some of the glass I made earlier. What I'll do is I'll make that. That's the stack of pneumatic tubes. So I'll be pulling the blaze rods out of the top. They'll be launched up along here into macerators. Macerators will then pump them out from the side. So I'll have like a line of them. And then they'll pump out to the side and they'll go down. So this will be where the transposers are on this side. I'll then have power. Actually, I could probably have power along the bottom there. And then from there, it just depends. I'm actually gonna. Actually, no. Say that was as far as I wanted it to go. So yeah, like this would be all macerators all the way to here. There'll be a transposer here. Transposers all the way here, then macerators. I'll have power going along the bottom. And it will be inputting the blaze rods from the top. After that, the blaze powder will be coming along here. Preferably without hitting that. But that'll be the end of the episode. You'll see the rest of it later. I'll see you next episode.